Hi everyone, it's Agnes, and I have got a viewer's question today. It's from Charlie. Now, Charlie has said, I just watched your Zoom interview with Annette, the Blog Talk Radio, about unexpected gifts, and I really enjoyed it. I have noticed that you are looking healthier and have lost weight. You mentioned 2 meals a day and fasting 2 days. I have been following Michael Mosley's 5x2 diet, and I would love it if you talked in more detail about your diet and exercise regime. Okay, Charlie, I started getting on top of my health and just improving my health a bit more in January this year, and I was having some issues with my digestion, and it was a reoccurring thing. And I thought, okay, I really need to unblock my pipes and get to the point where my digestion is working really well. So I do like some things that are not good for me. Dairy, wheat, and sugar, they're the three food groups that I do really love, but they don't really love me. So in moderation, 10% is fine, but in January, I had really overdone it, and I decided to look into fasting to improve the digestion and give the intestines a break. So I did a 7-day fast, and because I was in quite a bit of physical pain because I had overdone it, and I did do juicing. I had my juicer there with me at my friend's place, and I juiced every day. I also drank lots of water. I did have tea, herb teas, and I lost about 6 kilos in a week, and my digestion improved dramatically in that week. Now, after that, I decided to continue fasting a couple of days a week. You mentioned Michael Mosley. I'm a big fan of his. He did write the 5x2 book. I'll put the links down below to anything I mention. The Michael Mosley 5x2 is a great book. And also I was listening to intermittent fasting on YouTube, and especially Dr. Berg. He's my favorite, so I'll put some links down for that as well. And I also started to really increase my dark green vegetables, my fruits, and really reduce the cakes, the biscuits, the treats, because I love my treats. I'm a bit of a late night scoffer. I love eating at night when I'm watching a movie, and that's what I love to have, chips and dip, or little Portuguese tart, or a baklava, or a tiramisu, so I stopped that habit for a period of time, probably about 3 months, and I just dropped my meals down to 2 meals a day. I have never been a breakfast eater. I don't like breakfast. I ate breakfast because I thought it was a good idea, but really my body was not hungry in the mornings. So I like eating at about 11 o'clock. That's my first meal. So I just extended it and started eating at about 12, and then I would eat dinner, and then on the 2 days of fasting, I just wouldn't eat. So on those 2 days, they could be different days in the week, just a day where I think, okay, I ate a little bit too much today, I might fast tomorrow. So I eat for 5 days, 2 meals a day, and then I fast for the 2 days, and I just give my intestines a break. So it was really important for me to know what foods were not good for me. I also looked at the blood type diet. I'm an O blood type, and so I would look at the list of foods that were good for me and those that weren't, and I would just test it out. I wouldn't just take it on face value. I would try it and see how it was reacting to me, like my digestion, if I ate certain things. So I did find a lot of the things that were suggested in the blood type diet were extremely good, especially non-alkaline fruits, more of just the fruits like cherries, mangoes, bananas, not the citrus fruits. Those are not good for me. So I just started to improve and increase those things that were really good for my body. And then I continued to just doing the couple of days a week where I just don't have food for 24 hours. And so what I'll do is I'll eat a meal at about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and then I can just pretty much go straight through to the next day at 5, 6 o'clock. It doesn't hurt me. It actually gives my body a break. And also then I included doing yoga for digestion with Melissa West. I will put you the links down below for that. And just improving stretching and really getting that part of the body, you know, the small intestine, the large intestine, getting that moving through exercise. And then I've also improved doing my weights. I do my weights every second day for my arms and for my legs. And I also, what else was I going to mention? There was something else. Oh, and then I do about 25 to 30 sit-ups every second day. Now, I started off the Kaizen way. Now, I've talked about Kaizen before. Kaizen is doing very small changes over long periods of time. So that's what I've done. I started my sit-ups at about 5, and I did 5 every second day, which really wasn't many, but it was exhausting at first, and then built it up to 10, then built it up to 15, then built it up to 20, then up to 25, and now I'm up to about 30 every second day. So that's, again, for that part of the body to get things moving. So that is really, in a nutshell, what I've been doing. I feel better, my mind's clearer, I'm not overeating for my size, and I do think part of the self-love is really improving what you put inside, and then it just makes you look better. So I'm surprised you noticed, Charlie, because I did it very slowly. It's been, 6 months? I started in January. Just after Christmas, I was looking after a friend's house, and I brought my juicer with me, and I was really like, oh, I'm really just bloated and uncomfortable, and it's like I couldn't, the digestion just wasn't digesting. It's like I had food on top of food, and it just felt really uncomfortable. So I thought, okay, this is years worth of abuse, because I've never had to do any of this stuff before. I've had a really good run, and now I'm paying the consequences of all my eat what I want attitude in my 20s and 30s and 40s. So yeah, so I feel good, and I'm continuing to do it, and just little by little exercise every second day. I walk every second day or every day, because I live near the shops, and I go shopping and go and get my food, and then I walk back. It gets me off the computer. As I do that, I do my affirmations, and usually for about an hour when I go for my walk, and then I alternate between the yoga and the weights, and I'm going to be starting my kick kind of boxing training with my partner soon when he comes back from where he is, and we're going to start working on that, my overall body strength and fitness. So that's it, Charlie. Really, in a nutshell, that's it. And I do one more thing. I do buy organic veggies, and I use that for my juicing, and I make sure I eat a small plate of fruit every day, as much as I can, probably about 5 days a week, just a really good plate of fruit. And that's part of my afternoon, as part of my self-love and self-care as well. I just sit down and I eat it, and I enjoy it, and that is excellent for my digestion as well. So that's it. Hope that helps, and yeah, enjoy Michael Mosley, Charlie, because he's just, I love how he guinea pigs himself for stuff. So lovely. Lots of love, everyone, and I hope that helps some of you if you're trying to lose weight. I know a lot of people in quarantine have put on weight. This has been just a time for me to really drop that 10 kilos. So I'm down 10 kilos from January. So that's it. Lots of love.